Welcome back to Devil's Advocate and an interview with Shobha De. Shobha, let's broaden our discussion and talk about Bombay. 2 months ago, Shabana Azmi told this program that she and Javed Akhtar couldn't buy a house in Bombay because no one would sell it to them because they were Muslims. Does that surprise you?
It astonished me. But by the same argument, if I were to go into a predominantly Muslim locality in Mumbai, say in Bhendi Bazaar, and book a flat for myself, I'm equally sure I wouldn't get it. Which just goes to show that there is a polarization in the city and we shouldn't kid ourselves about it. It's there. It exists. And
Bombay is then getting divided up, as you seem to suggest, into areas for Muslims, areas for other communities, areas for Hindus, and there's a certain intolerance of each other.
I think everything pretty much changed for the worse after the blasts. And to restore the city back to its original cosmopolitan character is going to take a lot more than political meddling, which is what we are experiencing, and political manipulation, which the city is at the receiving end of.
In fact, the paper The Hindu suggests that the divisions that have emerged from this intolerance may be even worse in Bombay. The paper says people are rejected not just if they are Muslim, but even if they eat meat. There are entire areas in Mumbai where even restaurants serving meat cannot operate. Are Maharashtrians divided even by such small things as what you eat?
I don't think it's about Maharashtrians. It's about the Jain community, which is a very large community in Mumbai. And if there is a society, a building society, all building societies have their own rules, like all clubs have their own rules. In that case, we should be challenging every club with all its rules for membership. So if a Jain building society decides they only want vegetarians, I think they're legally entitled to that.
But isn't this then going to cut at the very roots of the cosmopolitanism, the broad-mindedness that Bombay represents to India?
Well, I think it's happening across the board. It's not just Mumbai, but we like to make Mumbai the prime example of this kind of ghettoization of our minds. It's a question of identity. It's a question of stepped-up regionalism. It's happening everywhere. But Mumbai somehow seems to attract a lot of media attention on account of this. And it's happening because the question of identity really deep down is what is troubling all of us as Indians.
You know, when we looked at Mumbai from outside this city, what one saw was this image of cosmopolitan, avant-garde, modern India. What we thought was going to be our New York. Now, Bombay has become just like the rest of India, and it becomes more and more like Patna rather than New York.
Patna, I strongly object to that. Well, yes, I would agree with you, Karan, that it's become part of the old mythology about Mumbai being this cosmopolitan, energetic, electrifying city like New York. We're still very electrifying, we're still very attractive, which is why we seem to get families from all over India who come here and never want to leave, which is part of the problem of Mumbai to begin with.
So side by side with still attracting people, because they still see Bombay in glorious terms as the city where the sky is the limit, where you can fulfill your dreams. There is also the other,
it is that, Karan.
but there is also the other reality of increasing intolerance, of pockets of Bombay when you have anti-Muslim prejudice, where you can't be yourself. Bombay is both internally divided and it still remains a city of dreams. In other words, those two contradictions exist side by side.
But in a way, they always have. It's just part of the popular imagination that we imagined. We love to dream of a Mumbai that was somehow distinct from the rest of India. It never was. It never was. And I think that has now come into sharp focus. But where are these avant-garde people? Why aren't they raising their voices? If they find the change in Mumbai that disturbing, why
maybe
are they
they've become a minority?
Silent? Or it's the conspiracy of silence that is binding everybody. And when someone does speak up, that person is dubbed communal.
Are there two cities in this city, a Bombay and a Mumbai?
I think there are several cities in this city. And the Mumbai-Bombay divide is something that has also always existed. Except that we didn't identify it as such. Today it is so polarized that we can't shut our eyes to it and we can't pretend it's the city that was an imagined city by all of us.
Is Mumbai winning over Bombay?
As of now, I'd say my money is on Mumbai. Whether it's a good thing or a bad thing is not for me to judge or say. But yes, it is Mumbai, and it seems to be the way of the future.
Is Shobha De a Bombayite or a Mumbaikar?
I'm an Indian.
You're ducking the question.
No, I'm an Indian first and last.
Shobha De, a pleasure talking to you on Devil's Advocate.